Hi, sixth grade students. Should be short. Page 47 in your book. I know you can't see it at the bottom here. This is page 47 in your book, and it's a quick one on ratios. And I'm going to pull this down so I can write. A ratio is simply a comparison between two quantities or amounts. A quantity would be like an amount of apples to oranges. So we need numbers and words with ratios. We're just comparing two things. All right. So there's three ways to write a ratio, and it's a ratio of happy emojis to sad emojis. First, you need to notice that after you see the word ratio, whatever's first, you would write first on the ratio. So happy emojis first. 3 happy emojis, 2 sad emojis. How terrible. So one way to write the ratio is 3 to 2. Another way to write it is with a colon, which we say 2. When we write the colon, 3 dot dot 2. 3 colon 2. We say 3 to 2. And the third way to write it is a fraction. 3 to 2. So this means 2, and this means 2. This also means divided by, right? 3 divided by 2. All right, now looking at this picture, what is the ratio of boys to girls? How many boys to how many girls? So I'm going to count the boys first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 girls. The ratio of boys to girls is 5 to 4. And you can write it any of these three ways, but it's 5 to 4. The ratio of girls to boys, well, first I'd write 4 girls, and then I would write 5 boys. And the last for this section is what is the ratio of boys to total students. So I'm going to have to add the boys and the girls. So the ratio of boys to total is 5 to 9. All right. And then the last section is just showing you a ratio table, another way to write ratios. And for this one, it doesn't have an amount, so I'm going to write 3 red balloons for every 2 yellow balloons. And that is going to be our ratio. So these are some equivalent ratios. There are 3 red balloons for every 2 yellow. So I'm going to keep adding, and that's at that same ratio. I'm going to, actually I can multiply to get there quicker. If I had 2 groups of balloons, that would be 2 groups of 3, or 3 times 2 would be 6 red balloons for 4 yellow balloons. Or I could have 3 groups. Maybe I should display this somehow. 1, 2, 3 red, and there's 2 groups, which would be 6, and 2 groups of yellow would be 4. 3 groups. Well, I'm going to add another 3 red balloons, and I'm going to add another 2 yellow balloons. Can you see the pattern? The red balloons are counting by 3s, yellow balloons are counting by 2s. 4 groups. There'd be 12 red, 2, 4, 6, 8 yellow. And then I'll give you a challenge. What if there were 21 red balloons? And how many groups of 3 would it take to get to 21? So here's what I'm asking you now. Red and yellow. We know that there's 3 red balloons for every 2 yellow, and I'm telling you there are 21 red balloons. How do I get from 3 to 21? How many groups would that be, counting by 3s? Well, that would be 7 groups. So I also need 7 groups of yellow balloons. So how many yellow balloons would I need? I would need 14. Hopefully you were able to figure that out on your own. Now we're going to use equivalent ratio tables to help us solve word problems involving multiplication and division. So it should be easy.